Good morning, PUC. It's wonderful to see all of you. Let's start with the word of prayer. Our dear Creator and God, we come before you as a campus in celebration of those who serve you. We thank you for blessing this campus with many faculty who bring excellence to your loving name. Please send your Spirit to dwell among us at this community. Thank you for all here. In your loving name, amen.
I'm not sure why Milbert just sat down. You're going to have to help us here. So you better get back up here. Yeah, Tammy and I are going to be announcing the various individuals that have done some academic and other activities that have enhanced education here at PUC and elsewhere. So a lot of these things happen off campus, or their scholarly works and so on. So you can see a great group up here. I'm sure this does not represent everybody on campus that's accomplished something, but these people are going to get actual money today. They didn't know that. Well, anyway, it'll be big bucks. We won't give the amount because we don't want to, embarrass anybody out there that you're not getting paid the big dollars these guys are. So, okay, so let's advance the slide to our first person, and John Karstens. Oh yes, he. And if you'll come up, each of you can come up and get your big dollar amount here. So John Karstens, he went to the Sacramento Valley Academy, putting humane into the humanities. So he's helping to educate us off campus. So thank you very much. All right. And the second one is Rochelle Davis, and you all know her as a wonderful violinist. And I'll tell you, to play at the White Barn in this valley, that's one of our yearly things that is very, very artsy. So thank you so much for sharing your talents off campus. Thanks, all right.
Our next two folks are not here. So we have Kimberly Dunker, and if you read really fast, you can see that she's done work about educating nurse educators. So that seems super appropriate. So if she were here, of course, she'd get all the glory. But if you see her, tell her congrats. And our next person is not here either.
Right, yes. So it's Tara Hargrove, and also not here. And some of you, I hope you were here to see Jericho Road and hear it and so on. It was a wonderful performance, and I know she put a lot of work into that. That was a lot.
Our next person is here, and there's more than one slide. And on the slide, you're going to see words like anemone, seal, seaweed, grebes, terns, you know who it is, Dr. Floyd Hayes. And you're also going to see Bigfoot on the slide, if we ever see a slide for him.
Jeremy, please advance the slide.
This man also has appeared on the History Channel, Dr. Floyd Hayes.
Okay, let's move on. Brian Kyle. And I don't know if you've ever seen this man with a camera. Very dangerous. Watch out. But he does artwork and camera work, cover art for Spectrum, and he had a special article, a photo essay in Spectrum as well.
Dr. William Logan went all the way to Louisiana to talk about California, all right, the Central Valley Project, which is a huge project, very controversial, so be interesting to talk to Professor Logan about this.
Also note that historians, they have to wear ties, apparently. So, that's great. Okay. Oh, I don't know who this is. The next one is Tammy McGuire. And I really wish I had been there for the first presentation she has on her list, The Trouble with People. Can we relate to that? The trouble with people? Wow. Thank you, Tammy.
Indeed, there is trouble with people, but not this person. Dr. Lindsay Morton So what you're going to see about Dr. Morton is she presented at a conference she organized, which is a huge deal. Okay, if we go to the next slide, you're going to see another huge deal. Jericho Road, huge deal. And then messy women, huge deal, all right? So congratulations to Dr. Morton.
And Howard Munson, and I don't know how many of you have ever gone online to the Encyclopedia of Seventh-day Adventists, but you better check it out now. And I'm not sure if Howard didn't get the memo about ties. So, I mean, history, ties, I thought that was, oh, okay. Well, anyway, he didn't get that memo.
This is my co-host, Dr. Brian Ness, who has talked about, yeah. This man will make an interesting conversationalist at dinner about Adam, about LGBTQ, Adventists, about climate change. Yeah. All right, invite him to dinner sometime.
Okay, and our next is Rajiv Sigamoni, and another man with a camera, usually a movie camera, but more often directing. And he has directed a movie for, actually, as you note here, for the General Conference. So thank you for that.
Next, Renaissance man, podcaster, actor, presenter, writer, James Wibberding.
And apparently, there must be some collaboration that goes on, because as you go on here, there's another W that's coming up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Laura Wibberding. I don't know if she's related to this other guy here or somehow, but the two of them, and there's a couple of slides here, so you can move forward to the second one as well. Presentations of various sorts, book chapters, encyclopedia articles, wonderful work. Thank you so much.
And finally, if you're ever interested about alphabetical thinking, Dr. Ross Winkle has done some work with that. Dr. Ross Winkle. We have one more slide with Dr. Winkle here, and I asked him ahead of time, but I'm not brave enough to say it. See that first entry there? Can you read all the words here, the book chapter? So I'm going to have Dr. Winkle pronounce this for us. Dr. Winkle, what is this? The Philistines are upon us?
And what? A Festschrift.
Oh.
Say it again.
Festschrift.
I asked him what that was. I don't know if you were curious. I was. Apparently, it's when somebody retires or you honor somebody. It's kind of what we're going to be doing today with the Educator of the Year coming up. We're going to be doing a bit of a Festschrift. All right, thank you, Dr. Winkle.
And I want to have Steve Herbert come up, because the next awards are actually for some grants that have been given out. And so if Steve can tell us a little bit about what is the Herbert Grant.
Thank you, Brian. I am not a historian. I'm a physician. Sorry about the tie, but you know, this is an important gathering, and so I wanted to dress appropriately for the occasion. So the Herbert Awards were started when I moved back to this area after having a wonderful 4 years at PUC. I was a biology, biochemistry double major, did my pre-med work here. Seeing the slideshow, many of those professors that were honored as Teacher of the Year taught me or taught my kids who both attended here. But the dedicated faculty here are what make this place special. The Herbert Awards were to recognize what dedication your professors have in going above and beyond to do special things that make PUC such a special place. So it's my honor to be here this morning to recognize two individuals who were given awards that I wish were much bigger financially, but help them with work they're doing. So Brian Kyle, funding for the robotics and computer automation equipment, and Floyd Hayes, for another trip that's going to result in an article and great experience for students and a publication that just burnishes the reputation of this fine school. So I want to congratulate both of you.
Yeah. Okay, one final round for all of these awards, and then we're going to move on to our next portion, which I suspect some of you have been waiting for, wondering who is going to be the Educator of the Year 2023. Well, we're not going to go there quite yet. We want to give a chance to last year's Educator of the Year, Sarah Choi. She's going to share some of her wisdom with us. And then, after Sarah is done, the time is upon us. So tell us all about it, Sarah.
Okay. Good morning, PUC. Good morning. How's everyone today? I'm a little nervous, but I'm good. And it's a beautiful day today, and I hope you're all doing okay. Your week's going well, your quarter's going well. So here we go. So for those who don't know me, my name is Sarah Choi, and I teach at the Nursing and Health Sciences Department. Last year today, I sat over there in the back row, and I remember my name being called for this award, Educator of the Year. It was very much unexpected then, and to this day, it is still surreal. It's still surreal to me that I received this prestigious award, because I've never imagined, I've never ever thought that I would receive this award. I remember having mixed emotions back then. Just a bit of confusion, a hint of fear, but I was mostly happy. And because of this award, this past year has been a memorable, an unforgettable one for me. Even the entire nursing department was very excited because it was the first time for the department as well. And I am truly honored and humbled to stand before you today. Education is a powerful tool that can open doors and change lives. It can help you achieve your goals, broaden your horizons, and give you the skill set you need to make a positive impact in the world. Being an educator has been always my dream since I was a child, and my dad influenced me a lot. He was a biology professor. He would take me to different field trips, his biology labs, and I would see him teach and coach his students right there, right next to him. And he even let me grade his multiple choice questions on midterm and final exams. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. So I wanted to be just like him, an educator. I did not realize then that being an educator is not always easy. When I was transitioning from being a nurse to an educator, I thought it would be so easy because I've been dreaming about this for so long, but except that it wasn't. I was a shy person to begin with, and I'm not a fan of public speaking. As I speak, I'm standing in front of you all. I'm not a fan of public speaking. And also, coming from a different country, and English not being my first language made it more difficult. But those worries became smaller and smaller, and I can say it took a lot of hard work and dedication. I vividly remember, till this day, my very first clinical instructor evaluation I received as a nursing professor here at PUC. And after reading all the comments, I was seriously doubting myself. Some of them were harsh, and others were a little difficult to accept. Thinking back though, those comments probably were true. I probably was not the educator I dreamed to be. It was hurting so much here in my heart, and to not be that person I dreamed of. And at that point, I was very desperate to find solutions to that problem because I needed to love this job to continue teaching. Since then, I decided to change my mindset as an educator, and I was very intentional about this change. So, I have many teachers in my life. To name a few, my mentor, Joan Houston, when I first started teaching here, all of my wonderful coworkers, and the department chairs I worked with, Shanna, Debbie, and Kim, my dad, of course. But amongst many wonderful teachers in my life, one teacher that stands out in my mind is Jesus. And you all know Jesus. We all know Jesus. Jesus was not only a spiritual leader, but also a great teacher. He used parables, stories, and examples to help people understand important lessons about life and faith. He taught with patience, compassion, and a deep love for humanity. But he himself is so great, so following his path was not easy for me, especially because I did not have enough patience and compassion or a deep love, not just yet. But as a baby educator back then, I'm still a baby educator in a way, I made baby steps. I tried to be patient with students who are struggling or challenging, and to have compassionate mind and heart, and a deep love and care for my students, and for my patients too, for my students. Besides, despite being the Son of God, Jesus was always humble and approachable. He's willing to listen to others, learn from them, and share his knowledge and wisdom to everyone. He did not judge or discriminate based on social status, race, or gender, and instead, he saw everyone as equal and deserving of love and respect. Can I be that person? Or can I be that educator? So this is a wonderful lesson for both you and me today, because I'm still growing as an educator, and I'll keep reminding myself to be patient, compassionate, approachable, and also to be a loving and caring person to my students. I've been an educator for 10 short years, but before this career, I was also a student here at PUC. While I was preparing for this speech, I really wanted to come up with a message that is simple, but can be imprinted in your thoughts for a while, if possible. So I asked myself several questions. If I were to go back to my college days, what would I do differently? And what would I change? What if there was someone to give me a valuable life lesson? What would that be? Is there anything I regret now? And you may think that you've heard this before, but I ask you to hear me out because I really, really mean it. Just one simple personal message to you. I know all of you are here. I know all of you here, you all have a dream. And I bet most of you want to become an important person who can make a big influence to their community, to their country, or even to the world. Or maybe you just want to be you just want to make a lot of money and be a rich person. That's great. If you want to be a successful person in the future, I think you should start now. Now. And that is why you are here at Pacific Union College. You chose this college. And as you know, a little progress each day adds up to big results. Even if you have a big dream of becoming a big person, if you waste your 24 hours, that big dream will only become a mirage. Think and dream big. That's great. But do what you need to do each day. Every day counts. So today counts. Every hour counts. every minute counts. I wish I can go back and do more and live every day to the fullest. I wish I spent more time doing activities around the campus, a little bit more. I wish I spent more time playing sports. So there was an open poll last night. I wasn't there, but I wish I wish I was there. And I wish I knew my professors better. And all of these could have shaped me differently. Well, that's my message to you today. Look around. Look around and see who's there next to you, and see who's sitting next to you. Look around and see what's happening around the campus. Look around and take time to appreciate this beautiful campus. And make effort to end the day with no regrets. So now, go and do what you need to do and live today to the fullest. And you'll become that big person you dreamed of before you know it. And here's my favorite quote. Go into the world and do well. But more importantly, go into the world and do good. Thank you.
Thank you for those words, Professor Choi. Now is the time you've all been waiting for, and we are going to announce the 2023 Educator of the Year. So, here's a couple things. Can you guess who it is? The 2023 Educator of the Year is female.
Yay! Okay, the 2023 Educator of the Year is a professor in the nursing and health sciences field. Yay!
The 2023 Educator of the Year was born in California. No, keep going.
The 2023 Educator of the Year is a superhero and a nurse.
The 2023 Educator of the Year is Susan Bissell.
Wow.
Come on up here. Congratulations. We have her family coming up here. Serious surprise. And we have some family driving from out of state and from a distance. And so congratulations, Dr. Bissell. And after you say your hellos and greetings, we want you to have a seat here on stage. And we will start with your husband, Ty, giving the first tribute to our 2023 Educator of the Year. But we also want to wait for her to be caped. She is a superhero, so we have a special cape that we pass on to our Educator of the Year. And we'll start with a tribute from her spouse, Ty Bissell.
Good morning, PUC community. My name is Ty Bissell, and I am so fortunate and blessed to be the husband of almost 30 years to Susan Bissell. I want to let's see if we have some slides here. Yes. We have the first slide here. This is a brief speech, is a perfect encapsulation of who Susan Bassell is. Susan Bassell is a wonderful cook. That picture there shows the food that she made for our son and our future daughter-in-law's engagement party. She made it all, and we stuffed it into our Honda and drove 14 hours up to Walla Walla to celebrate an amazing food. Susan follows the example Christ laid out when he provided food to the people of Israel, to Elijah as he was fleeing, and to his disciples after he had rose, meeting the needs of who they are, what they need. And Susan has, I don't think there's probably anybody here who has not tasted some of Susan's food. She has made food for church potlucks. She has made food for our daughter's baptism for the whole church. She twice catered the women's ministry brunch, once when she was pregnant, which didn't go so well, but she is absolutely amazing. And lately, she is becoming somewhat well known for her corn dogs. Here's some fun facts about Susan. Susan does not like cold. Susan does not like early mornings. And Susan does not like sweet potatoes. But what she does like is Christmas all year long. She loves Christmas movies with some romance. And she loves chocolate, dessert any time of the day. And she likes cold pizza for breakfast. She loves anything Disney, and she is passionate about teaching. Let's see here. I think we have some more slides here. Hopefully some pictures. There is my wife with our future daughter, and who is also a nurse. And I think our next slides here we show Susan loves to travel. She has arranged trips for us to Disneyland many a time. She's starting to do more roller coasters. Susan has also taken us to Sun River. She loves going out to eat. There's some trips from Disneyland. And she definitely believes in work hard, play hard, which is what she works with her students on. The last thing I'd like to say is what's most important, and that is, one more thing I'd like to say. We have all our kids here, Andrew, Nathan, and Lauren. Our daughter, Claire, is at Walla Walla watching this live stream. Claire, hello, we love you. The last thing is Susan is passionate about the salvation of her students, her faculty, and her family. And I know that before each class, especially before each test, Susan will read a Bible verse and say a prayer with the students. And herein, Susan is following the example of Paul in 1 Corinthians 3, where Paul says, I plant the seed, then his friend Apollo waters it, and then God makes it grow. Susan dreams of that seed growing and having celebration with her students, her faculty, and her family someday. That is what she is most passionate about. But today, Susan, we're here to celebrate with you and give you a little taste of that beforehand. Thank you.
So Professor Bassell is an amazing professor, and it's exciting to be here to share this honor with her today. I first met her on Zoom. We met on Zoom because it was COVID, and so we were learning pharmacology over Zoom. And so it's really fun to now be graduating with my BSN, knowing that I had her for second quarter, third quarter, sixth quarter, and also working with her on, sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was coming out of there. Sorry, apologize. Okay, so my name is Sally, and I am almost graduating with my BSN in June, and I work at St. Helena Hospital in Med-Surg, and I've had Professor Bassell as a as a professor for second quarter, third quarter, and sixth quarter. All the hard classes, pharmacology, pathophysiology, nursing 6. So the one thing that I love about Professor Bussell is she cares about her students. And as her husband said, she's always praying, giving us devotionals before class. If you have anything personal going on in your life, she's right there praying with you. And that's just a really great thing. And the way that she teaches her students inspires us and is an inspiration. And it actually, since being here at PUC with all of these amazing nursing professors, someday going into teaching. So I think that's a really cool thing. And so I'm going to let Maisie continue.
Can everyone, is mine on? Can we hear me? PUC community, my name is Maisie and I'm a fourth quarter nursing student. I have experienced the joy of Professor Bussell as an educator in pharmacology and pathophysiology and as my ASN academic advisor. One of the first things we learn as a novice nursing student is to provide holistic care in which we assess and care for our patients' physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual health. We notice, recognize, and care for each individual's complete well-being. Professor Bussell, I'm going to talk to you. You have been an outstanding lead of this concept as an educator and an academic advisor, and a true example of what holistic care looks and feels like. From the homemade snacks and treats, exemplar stories full of laughter, to lecture activities that engage with all learning styles, your classroom is filled with enthusiasm for the subject and a learning experience I can confidently say that myself and all nursing students appreciate and look forward to. Thank you so much for the care that you pour into our educational journeys and nursing success. Congratulations on Educator of the Year.
Hello, PUC. I am honored to stand before you today as we come together to celebrate a truly exceptional educator who is dedicated to her life to nurturing the minds and hearts of countless students for nearly 20 years. Dr. Bussell is not only an expert in her field, but a compassionate mentor and an inspiration to all who have had the pleasure of learning from her. Dr. Bussell and I have shared many things: classes that we have taught, offices, completing our doctoral degree together. But most of all, we share a love of teaching and our PUC students. From the moment Dr. Bussell stepped foot on our college campus, she has been a beacon of light and a source of unwavering support for her students. Her tireless dedication to the nursing profession is evident in the countless hours she has spent creating a rich, engaging, and nurturing learning environment. Her innovative teaching methods have been instrumental in shaping the minds of aspiring nurses, while her warmth and empathy have fostered a deep sense of trust and rapport among her students. In her nearly 2 decades of service to our institution, Dr. Bussell has consistently displayed an extraordinary commitment to her students' success. She is renowned for going above and beyond the call of duty, making herself available for one-on-one consultations, providing extra support for those who need it, and always striving to make her lessons relevant and engaging. Many of you here today are familiar with drawing stick figure patients for certain scenarios that she has created, breathing through straws, using pop rocks in pharmacology, and many dynamic scenarios that she has created and facilitated in Nursing Simulation Lab. It is no surprise that her students consistently praise her for her patience, understanding, and ability to break down complex processes into digestible, meaningful knowledge. Outside the classroom, Dr. Bussell has also made a significant impact on our campus and the broader community. As a mentor and advisor, she has guided countless students on their journey to becoming compassionate and competent healthcare professionals. Through her work with local hospitals and health organizations, she has facilitated unique learning opportunities and forged lasting partnerships that benefit our students and the community at large. What truly sets Dr. Bussell apart, however, is her unwavering dedication to the emotional well-being of her students. She recognizes that nursing is not just a profession, but a calling that requires deep compassion, resilience, and emotional intelligence. Time and time again, she has proven herself to be a powerful role model, demonstrating how to balance the demands of the profession with grace, humility, and kindness. Her students often describe her as a confidant and a source of encouragement. As we celebrate Dr. Bussell's extraordinary achievement, we are reminded of the impact a single educator can have on the lives of countless individuals. Her legacy will continue to inspire future generations of nurses and healthcare professionals, instilling in them a sense of purpose, passion, and unwavering commitment to their calling. Dr. Bussell, we are deeply grateful for your service, your dedication, and immeasurable impact on the lives of so many. You are a shining example of what it means to be an educator. I am honored to be able to call you a friend, a colleague, and we are honored to count you among our esteemed faculty. Congratulations, and thank you for your years of devotion to our college and to the profession of nursing.
The chair of the Nursing Health Sciences Department texted me this morning to congratulate you. She couldn't be here because she had to make a presentation for Adventist Health, but Susan Bussell has been selected PUC's 2023 Educator of the Year for good reason. She has devoted her life to the field of nursing education, and her passion is apparent, plus she makes a mean corn dog. On the heels of last week's National Nurses Week and National Teachers Week, that this award goes to both a nurse and a teacher who has dedicated her life to both those things. Throughout her career, Susan has demonstrated the highest level of professionalism and knowledge in her field. She is a true advocate for nursing education, and her enthusiasm for the profession is evident in her work with the students. She has a gift for inspiring and motivating her students and has been a mentor to many young nurses throughout her career. As an educator, Susan brings a wealth of experience to the classroom, blending theoretical concepts and practical applications to create an engaging and enriching learning experience to her students. Her commitment to teaching excellence is evident in the success of her students, many of whom go on to excel in their own careers. It is with great admiration and appreciation that we congratulate Dr. Susan Bussell, PUC's 2023 Educator of the Year, for her unwavering dedication to nursing education and her outstanding contributions to the field. Thank you, Dr. Bussell.
What a great program. Congratulations again, Dr. Bussell, and also to our faculty over here for your scholarship and all the work that you do each and every day in the classroom. Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Lord, we thank you for our faculty and for all that they do for Pacific Union College and for all that they do for our students. Continue to bless them in their scholarship endeavors, and may they continue to be a light here at PUC. Bless those who won these awards, continue to nurture their skills and their academic expertise. We love you in Jesus' name, amen. Have a great Thursday.
have some nursing students come up and take a picture with Dr. Bissell, that would be wonderful, as well as her family.